until I can actually see myself on my tablet screen, which I should do any minute, because there should be about a 20-second delay with this. See, in 20 seconds. Honestly, I just need to wait and see if it actually does work. I'm using some software called Streamlabs. I can actually see myself on excellent, and I'm getting a notification. So you should hear myself in the background, which means it's working, because I've got Livestream behind myself. Okay. Hello. Let's see. Okay. Right. Greetings and welcome to my New Year special of let's get together and kill boredom, let's kill loneliness, let's kill anxiety, loneliness, depression and all that bad stuff. Okay? So, just bear with me one moment. I just want to make sure I have everything. Got my notes. Okay. I can see that on the actual screen. Oh, by the way, hi Ben, I just saw your message. Yeah, last night, if anyone was part of that, I couldn't see any messages at all that was coming in, but it looks like I can now. The reason being, there's just this little setting. I think I got rid of it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's this little setting that says top chat, which cuts out various things which it thinks is spam, but it isn't. It's actually my chat coming through. And now it's coming through. So, hello Bernie. Hello Courtney. And by the way, can anyone confirm whether the audio is better than last night? I know there's still some crackling on it, but I've actually remembered to connect my proper microphone. It's got the fuzzy furry thing on it, which is called a wind block. I know it doesn't really you think it wouldn't make too much difference in a home, but trust me, it makes a difference. So just let me know, anyone in the chat, does your screen keep freezing? Because it is on mine. I don't know whether it's just because I've got too much stuff going on, in which case I might have to shut my TV off. Actually, bear with me one moment, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I don't like the fact that it's freezing. Okay, bear with me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, because it just takes way too long pressing the button, because I don't actually have a remote for it. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas underneath this. There's a reason for that. I'll enlighten you in just a moment. Okay. Right. So again, can anyone let me know whether your screen is freezing? Because it is on my tablet. Just let me know about that. Anyone as soon as possible, please. Excuse me. I really do need to know. So, this isn't... No, I don't like this. Bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can try and continue without. The good news is that this is going to be posted onto my channel tomorrow as an actual video, so even if it keeps pausing now, it really shouldn't matter that much. Now, firstly, as I did last night, some introductions. My name is Nigel Mayo. This is my channel Salad Cream Boy. Right. Come on. Please. See if I can. Fix that. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Looks like it's working okay now. Hoping it is. Right, I'm just going to wait for my screen to show on mine. Okay, it shows that three people are watching, so I am going to carry on. Right, sorry about that, guys. I'm hoping this will come through properly when it comes on as an actual video tomorrow. Okay, I'm just going to write a little message, and okay, looks like it's going okay now. Oh great, so right, I can see that people are saying that they can hear me. I just want to know one thing, with my voice, is there any type of crackling? Because if there is, it would mean that it's the app and it's not my microphone. I just need to hear that. Excellent. No, really happy about that. So, where were we? Outfit. So, Doctor Who is a big thing in my life, and it's a big thing in my wife's life, or it used to be before Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall decided to bugger it around, make it all about their politics, etc, etc. But it's one of the things that brought Courtney and I together. We actually have a wedding cake that has a TARDIS on top of it. I might show it in one of my videos very shortly, or anyone who actually knows me and is on Facebook, just go into my photos, into my albums. It should be in one of my wedding albums. It is epic, it really is. But it's one of the things that has brought me a lot of confidence. For example, when I used to go out, I used to get my sonic screwdriver, wave it out a bit, just go like this and say, yep, you're awesome, and all that kind of stuff. And it just acted as a party piece, and it's one of those things that I wish I was still kind of like. Now, at work, I do a lot of dad jokes. People who know me at work probably will tell you that they're absolutely fed up of it. They really enjoy it, actually, secretly. I know they do. Anyone in the chat who's watching this, you can say all you like that, like, you're just rolling your eyes, but you do really. Okay, a little bit crackly, but can you still hear me okay? That's the point. I'll try and find another app before my next stream, and hopefully that'll work a bit better. So yeah, the reason we're in this, it's a huge thing in my life, and it's one of the things that I want to bring back. The mannerisms of Matt Smith, the sense of humour, the silliness, and I just want that to count for something in 2021. So even though it might seem a bit out of context with this video, trust me, if you know me, you'll understand. Okay? So, that being said, okay, I'm so happy I got 5 people watching. I know that doesn't seem like anything, but it's a lot compared to what has been. It's like been 3 or 4. Again, no, that's not much, but I really do appreciate people are watching, and please, 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 please stay along as long as you can. It really does mean the world. The reason I say it is the more people that stay on, the more people that watch it, the more hours I rack up, and the sooner I get monetized, start making money out of this, and the sooner I can use that money to upgrade like cameras, microphones, laptops, all that good kind of stuff, so you won't get stuff like what just happened with the stream going down and the crackling voice. Okay? Anyway, this being a mental health kind of video, or live stream, whatever you want to call it, I guess I better start getting to that, yeah? So, again, like last night, I'm going to start off with a quote from Doctor Who, and it's one of the things that kind of made me think of things in a different way. So I've actually just put bullet points down on this piece of paper. Yep, modern technology, isn't it great? Okay, so no other comments, that's great. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions of maybe what I've gone through, stuff that you've gone through, who you might think that other people in the chat or maybe myself may have gone through something similar, if there's any like words of encouragement you want to give everyone else on the channel who might be watching now or might re-watch this later or might be just watching this later, please put it through. Any kind of interaction is great. And again, if you can think of stuff that I haven't, all the more better. The more positivity we can get through on this channel, the much better for everyone. The more people I can help, the happier I'll be, and the happier you'll be. Just means that made a difference, and it just means the absolute world. Okay, so anyway, moving on. Doctor Who quote. So this is what the Doctor said to someone in one of the Christmas specials. So I see it like life is a pile of good things and bad things. The good things don't necessarily or always soften the bad things. Vice versa, bad things don't necessarily spoil the good things and make them unimportant. So how I interpret that message is, look, 2020, it's been an absolute gobshite of a freaking year. It really has been for pretty much everyone. Okay? Even celebrities out there that have $1 million mansions or any of the rest of it. There's got to be something that has made this year not nice. So whether you lost someone, lost a job, got into debt or anything else, just because everything else in life is going to pot doesn't mean that the good things going on in your life are any less important. Like, for example, if things are going really badly but you've just had, I don't know, your first child, if you just, I don't know, won a bingo, got I don't know, employee of the month, anything like that, even if you don't get anything for it, just because everything else is going bad and maybe people are telling you no, doesn't necessarily mean that all those things are going to bring down the good things in your life. You still need to appreciate those good things, and it's those good things that count. It's all the little things, it really is. Okay, so just one thing to keep in mind. And you know what, another thing which I said last night, which I'll repeat myself here now. Now, I've got a feeling that 2021, even though it might not seem like it, is going to be a better year. And why? Because I remember all the things that went wrong. I remember all the businesses that have gone down, all the people have lost their jobs, and then in turn lost things like their homes, families, loved ones, like businesses just going to pot and just the whole world going crazy. But there is one thing in the future, looking back, the one thing that I will remember, I'll remember that which matters most. And yes, I am still butchering a saying from the Matrix. We are still here. You are still here. No matter what life has thrown at you, whether you have lost someone, whether you've lost money, whether you got sick and gone to hospital. I know someone who has, and knock on wood, let's just use that. Knock on wood, nothing's happened to them. I personally haven't lost someone for it, but I know people who have. Thank God. And you might have suffered from really, really bad stuff this year, but no matter what life has thrown at you, and I'm so sorry about the sirens, I live in front of a damn police station. Yeah, bad stuff like that. Regardless of what everything has thrown at you, you're still here. So you must have been doing something right. Comment in the chat if you agree with this, because it might not necessarily seem like a big deal, but it really is. If you've made it through this year, and it's been such a bad year, what else can you get through? And that's not to say, and knock on, okay, I'm actually going to knock on my chair because it's made of wood this time. That's why you just saw the camera rock a bit. I'm not saying that I want bad stuff to happen this year, but if you've got through this bit, you're gonna get through the next bit. Just think of it as, I don't know, level 1 of a game, now level 2, level 3, level 4, tier 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get through it. And there is only one thing that I'm interested in. It's the future, and the only way we're gonna get there is together. So that leads me on to another one thing that I'm going to mention. Now, excuse me, might be my bow tie. By the way, bow ties are cool. One other thing I'm going to mention. Now, I'm hoping people will relate to this. 6 people. Thank you so much for signing in on this. Yeah, Kim, thank you. Thanks for agreeing with me. So yeah, one thing I'm going to mention. This will be specifically for the people who live alone. Now, I live alone. Thank God I have a rabbit. And I know that must seem like, rabbit, what's that going to do for you? It does the absolute world. But even for people who don't have a pet, don't have a loved one, literally are in their place by themselves. Now, not only is this for them, but it's also for people who might know someone like that. People who don't have a mental illness that they can think of, who know someone that might be alone, especially during a time like this. And the holidays, Christmas, New Year, Easter, Valentine's, especially Valentine's Day, St. Paddy's Day, for God's sake, Eid Mubarak, anything. Anyone who's living alone, it's going to be one of the worst times of year for them, because it's one of those times where people are obviously going to be with their families, especially in the situation that we're in. Excuse me, I am so sorry for that. Especially in the situation that we're in, people who have family around them, they're going to be okay, but if you are alone, it's going to be that much worse, because it's... Sorry, I think the frog in my throat has got COVID. Now, it's going to be worse for them, because it's just going to be a reminder that they haven't got anyone. They're going to be thinking of all the friends that they know, the family that they know, think, oh, they're having I don't know, Jack Daniels like I just have been having. They're going to be having turkey at Christmas, and they're going to be doing this, that, and the other. And what am I doing? I'm just at home. Now, if you know anyone like that, I have a favour to ask you. Call them. Just call them. Or even if you haven't got the time, if you haven't got the money, like if you're on minutes and you've got limited amount of minutes, just simply text them. Honestly, I hope this isn't what I think it is. So even if it's just a text, even if it's just something like, hey, how you doing? Or even if it's just a joke message, even if it's just a joke video, anything. If you know anyone who you know is alone at this time of year, just make some kind of contact. I mean, best case scenario, it's a Zoom meeting, video call, anything like that, and you actually make some good contact. Trust me, this time of year, they're going to love it. Even if you talk absolute rubbish with them, just, oh my God, I can't believe it's not snowing, or even if you just, you know what, I hope to God in my next live stream I'm not clearing my throat so much. Even if it's just something like you're just telling each other jokes for about 10 minutes or so, honestly, it's just going to pick up their mood. It really is. and even a 5-minute phone call will mean the world to someone. Well, let's put it this way. A 5-minute phone call from someone who is alone, worst case scenario, and knock on wood, you don't know anything like this, and I've just done it on the chair again. Worst case scenario, you're going to save them from possibly doing something stupid. That time of year where things like that happen the most. So just consider that. That being said, on the flip side, if you are alone, and there are people who I know in this chat that do live alone, and I'll say to them, look, after this live stream, if you just want to give me a call, you got my number, you got me on WhatsApp, you got me on Facebook, just get in contact with me. If anyone, I'm not going to give out my Facebook to anyone, but if anyone has, let's see, Twitter, go to Twitter. My handle is Grimaldus03, so that's GRMALDUS03. So that's Golf Romeo Indigo. Come on, someone help me out in the chat. You know what? Bugger it. I'm just going to write it out because I'm tired and it's just going to be a nightmare for me. So if anyone has Twitter, I'm going to write down my handle right now. This 03. Okay. It's actually lowercase, but for some reason I forgot to stop my cap locks. I'm also going to give out my email address because it's also on my. It's also, let's see. Who just said monkey? Don't know what you mean by that. Can you explain, please? So I'm also going to put my email address, which I don't use for business. And I can't remember how to spell. If you just want to send me a message or an email, just saying, look, can we chat? More than happy to do that. And I'll point you in some directions, like a Facebook group I'm part of, maybe some numbers I can give you, just to help you out, because God knows everyone knows it. God knows everyone needs it right now. So again, where was I? Oh yeah. So if you're living alone, if you just contact someone, they will not mind. Okay, 3 o'clock in the morning, that might be an issue, but if you do it like right now or after this live stream or whenever, just as long as it's not too late or too imposing, just give them a call. And what I'll say is, don't be like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore, I'm going to kill myself, blah, 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 blah. That is not going to help. All that's going to do is make you look bad in their eyes. I know it's not right, it really isn't, but it's just going to put yourself in a bad light. I would say put it like, look, I know you're probably busy right now. I know you're probably with your family, blah, 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 blah. Can we just chat for like 10 minutes? Just 10 minutes. I could really use it right now. And once we've done that, just carry on with your night. I just need some human contact for a sec. Or if you do it that over video or whatever, that'd be great. And just put it something like that and just sell it, as opposed to just whinge, moan, blah, blah, blah. Because all that's going to do, especially if you do it all the time, and I personally have known people who've done that, people where you go on a night out with them and it's literally just crying all the time. And if they're watching right now, I'm so sorry to use that as an example, but when you get someone like that and they're doing it all the time, it kind of ruins it for you. And you don't know what other people are going through. They might have mental health issues of their own. They might be going through some stuff. And if they know that you are just whinging and moaning to them all the time, because that's how it's going to sound, then they won't gravitate towards you. So just say in a calm, collected way, can we just chat for a minute? I could really use it right now. I'm not going to do it all the time, but I just could really use it. And then just go from there. And just talk about anything. You don't necessarily have to talk about the thing that's on your mind. You can just talk absolute bollocks. I do it at work all of the time. It's a front and it makes people laugh, I guess, but it's just a way of getting people to warm to you. So yeah, doesn't need to be anything specific, just try and make some contact. Honestly, it will do you the world of good. And then you open things up for later so that when you do need something, and maybe, who knows, that person might in turn want to open up to you because they feel that, okay, we had a nice chat now, I want to talk about this now, and they'll probably call you. And that just opens up the lines of communication. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I've already found the word that I was looking for. Thanks for that in the chat, but I've already got past that. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, by the way, anyone in the chat, if you just want to simply tell a joke, I'm up for that as well, and I will read it out. Okay, now I'm just looking at my notes. Okay. Next bit of advice, tip, whatever you want to call it. Don't dwell on the past. Again, 2020 has been a really, really bad year for everyone. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can't move forward. Don't be like, well, this has happened, that means that I'm just going to feel bad now, etc, etc, etc. That's not the case. If you're going to think that way, then I know it sounds a bit harsh, but the only person who's going to be holding you back at that case is yourself. And I know there are going to be other things. I know that, mental health, have it myself where I can't get to work on time sometimes because I literally cannot find myself to get up to that front door and physically leave. It's petrifying and it's crippling. But if you can find it in yourself to get into that mentality, the past things shouldn't be affecting your future, better it's going to be. And you think, okay, I can't move forward because that and the other. Honestly, the sooner you realise that they're just excuses, the quicker you'll find it to move forward. Okay? And it's one of those, it's a huge thing I've had to deal with too. There are things where, if anyone from my old job doing stock taking knows who I'm talking about, the guy who used to drive me around for years, he was absolutely horrible in the case that he was kind of treating me like his own personal carer, or even, I'd use the word slave. If I'd done anything for myself and it wasn't what he thought I should be doing or helping him out, he would pretty much disown me. And then because I relied on him to get me to work and get me home, he'd use that. And because of that, I've gotten into a kind of pattern of thinking that I'm not very good, I'm not confident, etc, etc. And I've used that for a very long time, and it's held me back so much. When I started to let go of that, that's when you're free to go further on with life. So just get rid of those shackles. They're just not worth it. All that matters is you and the future. Okay? So, yeah, I know I've already just covered it, but I've just written down the words, you're here and you've made it. Again, I can't say this enough. Everything you have gone through, not necessarily just in 2020, but your whole life has brought you up to this point. So you've got through everything in your life and you have survived it, and you're still here. So if you can survive whatever you've gone through, you can get through anything. Trust me on that. Okay. So the next thing, okay. Not 100% sure whether I covered this in my last live stream or any videos. Excuse me, you know what, I'm going to, yeah, hang on. Sorry, I just need a sip of something because this, it's getting on my nerves. 2 secs. Who would have thought that your life has brought you to just watching a guy have a sip of JD and Coke? Anyway, so, right, here we go. When people want you to go out, if they need you to do something for them, if they need you to do this, that and the other, and you're kind of put through a guilt trip, and it's not necessarily the fact that they're putting you through that. It might be something in your head that, oh, I really want to do this, but I really don't want to, in a way, and it's going to put you out, but you feel you have to. Now, it's okay to say no, because, right, let's put it this way. If you want to just lie in, if you're just tired from work, and this can be pre-COVID or this can be right now, if someone wants you to do something for them or go out, do something with them, like just, even if you just have pizza, do a Zoom meeting, and all you want to do is just sit back, chill out, and just watch, I don't know, Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures of, which I've just started season 4, and it's absolutely freaking awesome on Netflix. Just go right ahead and watch it, please. Just think this way. Any time that you give someone a yes, you're giving yourself a no. And just think of how many no's you've given yourself. No, I can't just lay back and enjoy a nice restful night tonight. No, I can't just get some sleep. No, I can't do this. No, I can't just watch this movie which I've been putting off for ages. No, I can't start this course. No, I can't do this, that and the other. The amount of minutes, hours, years that you put out for yourself, for others. Look, there has to be some point where you've got to, where the no has to be going outward rather than inward. And the amount of time you lose is just stupid. The more you can say no to people is equally the amount of yes you're giving yourself. Yes, I need to give myself a break. Yes, I need to get this done so I can progress in this. Yes to me, now, yes, yes, yes. You need to start giving yourself yeses. Because life is short. The more time you give to other people, the less time that you have yourself. Everyone has the same amount of time, 24 hours. And how many of those 24 hours are you actually using on yourself? Okay, there's things you have to give yeses to, like for work, but there are things where you really don't have to, and you shouldn't have to. So that's another piece of advice which I've started to adopt. No, I don't want to do that now. Sorry. Which brings me on to another thing. Now, with this year that's just gone past, it's brought out a lot of negativity. Like, if anyone, hang on just a sec, I'm going to use the chat. Yeah, Kelly, honestly, it's freaking awesome. Let's put it this way. This isn't going to spoil anything, but the song Down with the Sickness is featured in it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's basically Buffy but with witches all around it. It's just so... It's what I'm going to be continuing to watch after this live stream until I get to the other live stream, and then I'll be watching it if I'm, you know, still awake. But yeah, highly suggest watching that stuff. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, so let me know in the comments if you've ever heard of the phrase SJW or ists and phobes. Yeah, a lot of that's come out this year, and it's just all gone to pot, and you get all this stuff about what do they call it, friendly protests, all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of people who are acting like dictators, and they were just getting offended all the time. And you might have come across it yourself. Fortunately, I haven't come across it on this channel yet, and I'm so actually no, sorry, I just remembered I have once. I put one of the first videos that I brought out, and I put it into the Hall Green, one of the Hall Green residents groups on Facebook, and I was accused of being a toxic white male. Again, that's another phrase you've probably heard of. We're all not like that, really, we're not. And if you haven't already, you're probably going to. I'm sorry, but you probably are. And here's a little trick. One of the things that you can say to, and write this down, by the way, get a piece of paper and write this down. So valuable, this, and it's worked out so well for me, and it should work out so well for you. So you'll probably get people who say, oh, that offends me. Don't talk like that, you're wrong. You're just stupid for thinking about that. Why have you said that? You just hate people. You just hate white men. You just hate women. You don't like this. You're an idiot. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Okay, so again, pen, paper, write this down right now. This is one of the most powerful instruments that you can use against people like that, who just simply don't have a personality. They just don't have their own opinion, and they're just splurting out that you're an arsehole. Okay, so pen and paper ready? Okay, first word, no. And that's it. All you have to do is say no. I don't agree with that. You're an idiot. How offensive of you. No. What? Just no. And they will absolutely lose their minds, because they're going to probably think, well, what kind of response with that? It's the best response you can come out with, because it's not fueling them. It's not having a counter argument where you just don't physically either have one or have the energy to put up with it. All you're doing is saying no. And what that is telling them is that you're not going to play their game. And that's exactly what they want you to do. They just want to impose on you, and they just want to warmonger. They just want to fight with you. And if you just deprive them of that, things are going to be so much simpler for you. And I'll give you another one. This is something that I found in a YouTube video a couple of years ago. It was on another account that I had, but unfortunately I don't actually use it. It's actually my Salad Cream Boy Hotmail account, which doesn't exist anymore because I haven't used it in years, but found out this very early. Whatever. I don't like you. Whatever. I hate all the stuff that you like. Your sense of fashion or the moves that you like, that's just stupid. Why would you want to do stuff like that? Why would you want to watch that? Whatever. What can they say to that? Okay, they probably will hate you a bit more because you're not responding to them, but that's their problem. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have to succumb to all the negativity that people are coming to you. You don't have to let it affect you. You can just let it go over your head. That's where it needs to go. Because the more that you let that affect you, the more that you let it stew, and it's not necessarily just the people that you know, the people like I have to deal with, okay, I'm going to say I work for the NHS, and there's a lot of patients who throw negativity at you because they can't get what they want, and they think you're the bad guy. And I know I can't say this in my job because I have to be professional, but if they were people outside work, you just say to them, whatever, not my problem. Sure. No. No is the biggest, the best piece of I can't say words right now. They're not my forte, as you probably imagine from this live stream. No is the biggest piece of ammunition that you'll have in your inventory. It really, really is. Such a powerful word, because no one can fight against it. It's just going to be one of those bombs, just a grenade, leave it in front of them and just let it go off in their faces. No is so powerful. Okay? Now, I know I've laboured that point a bit, but I think it's a big point to make, because if you are suffering from anxiety, and if you're anything like me, that you absolutely hate confrontation, that's the biggest thing to stop it dead. Just no. Okay? Right. Next one. Okay. Now, you can argue, what has that got anything to do with mental health? Apparently loads, because I found out this. I know people who have talked about it for years and years and years. I didn't believe it, because when you have a mental condition, you kind of think, well, what's that going to do? I don't have the energy to do that, or I'll do that next week, next month, next year, whatever, and never get round to it. You think, what the hell's that going to do for you? And I'll get to that 1 second. I just need to check out the chat. Yeah, just right, Kelly. So just say no and don't give them any bait to chew. Brilliant. Thank you for that. So, my next point. Exercise. Take care of your body. Now, this could be, and I'm not going to labour this as much as my last point. This could be just as simple as a walk around the block if you don't feel too safe in your area, the area which I moved from just recently, Spark Hill, if anyone knows it in Birmingham. Not a great area to go jogging around. I mean, there might be other people who say, whatever, not such a bad area, but if you lived in, say, Allen Rock, which I have most of my life, not being racist, but when you live around a certain kind of people and you get mugged and stuff, you get a certain kind of mentality. So I get it if you don't want to go out to do jogging or anything like that, but if you can, just a simple jog around the block once, does not be long. Let's do this one rule of thumb: 15 minutes a day. That's all you need, because the more exercise you do, the more routine you can get into by doing that exercise. It could be lifting weights, it could be walking, it could be running, it could be jogging on the spot, it could literally doing 10 press-ups, which in a couple of weeks go to 20, and then so forth. The more you can get into that mindset and routine of exercise, the better it is going to be for your mental health, because it isn't just going to give you abs or stronger legs, stronger biceps, stronger whatever. It's also going to make you healthier, in which it will give you a healthier mind. Healthy body, healthy mind. It is so true. Unfortunately, it's something where I've let it go, and it's one of those things that, honest to God, I am going to seriously get onto this year. I've said it many years, but it's just got to be, look, we've had a crap year that we just got out of. It's time to do something about it now. It really is. Let's just go for it. So the more you can do, I don't know, brush your teeth, eat healthily. Now again, food. This is something where a lot of people who again live alone, myself, and I know people are watching this, a couple of people who I know personally who do live alone, it's a massive trap that it's just so easy to fall into. Get takeout all the time. When you go to work, you go get sandwiches or cream cheese and crackers, I don't know, anything, and you're always paying on the actual day. Now let's just put it into perspective. Pizza, let's just say it's a £5. Tesco meal deal, £3. Maybe the pizza's a bit more, so let's say £10 a day. That tenner could lead up to £50 a week. That £50 could lead to, that £50 could quite easily be £5 worth of cooking your own stuff and siphoning it out to the rest of the week. And not only have you cooked something for yourself, you've done something productive, and you've done something that's going to occupy yourself with. So you're not just thinking about all the woes of the world, you're actually doing something for yourself, and you're being healthier, because the stuff that you're probably going to cook for yourself has more nutritious value than anything that you're going to be picking up in Tesco, Domino's Pizza. Sorry not to put you out of business with this live stream, but anything that you buy for yourself on the day probably won't be as good as something that you can actually buy and make up and cook for yourself, because one, you know what's going in it, and two, it's just going to save yourself so much money, because when one of the things that you are going to worry about is money, and by cooking for yourself, it's one less thing that you're going to have to worry about when you go out and buy that meal deal. Trust me, I've been doing this for years, and it's about time I've stopped. And because I've started to cook for myself now, and it is so freeing. It really, really is. So exercise, brush your teeth, get some nice soap, moisturizer, wash yourself down, jog, whatever. Just do something that's good for your body, because in turn that will help out. Maybe it won't cure anxiety overnight, but it'll be one thing that you'll feel good about yourself for. And it's another thing that gives yourself that little bit of self-respect. Just, that's all you need. Just respect your body and respect yourself, and in turn you'll be much happier for it. Okay, so next point. I've done that. Okay. Now, I've spoken earlier about New Year's resolutions. Sorry, I'll wait for that siren to go away. There you go. So, New Year's resolutions. Now, okay, I'm not going to lie. Every single time that I've made myself a New Year's resolution, I forget about it in the next week. We all do it. It's one of those things that it's nice to say, and okay, if you do go through it, great. Absolute respect for if you do. But when I say I'm going to go through a few resolutions, I'm not saying it, okay, you've got to do this. You've got to go by it the whole year, and if you don't, you're a terrible person. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that you need to write this down in stone. All I'm saying is, it's just food for thought. Just something to keep in mind, and just something to ponder over going forward. And it might just be the small things that would get you through later in the year, later in life, whatever. So it's just a couple of tips and tricks, what I've actually already been doing in this live stream. Okay? One of the big things which I'll tell you to do is, okay, and I will word it like this: give yourself permission to enjoy yourself. Now, again, if you're anything like me, you might be worried about 100 million different things every damn second. You might be if you're living alone, you might be bringing your job back with you. And when I say that, you're not actually doing work, but everything that happens during work, you will ponder on and you will mull over and go through about 1,000,000 times before you have to go back to work the next day. I've been there. I'm in a way there now, though I am doing more things to keep myself occupied, like a YouTube channel. But okay, even if you're thousands or whatever pound in debt, or I don't know, someone's going through something, you just lost, I don't know, anything that you might be going through right now, it is okay to not care sometimes. It's okay to just lock yourself in a room, just as long as you're not doing it forever. It's okay to just lock yourself away 5 minutes. Just give yourself 5 minutes. Just close your eyes and just don't care. Just don't care about anything. Because the more you worry, the more you're going to put your mental health at risk, and the more it's going to affect you physically. Like, one of the things that my mental health, the more stressed I get dizzy, I get headaches, I feel sick, and I have toilet trouble, to put it mildly. And anyone who knows me knows what I'm talking about. But the more you let stress get on top of you, the worse it's going to be in the long run, because the stresses that you're having right now may not even be there in a day, year, decades time, and you may have just put yourself through all this for nothing. So what I'd say is just, I don't know, take 5 or 10 minutes every single day. So all you need, 5 or 10 minutes where you're just there, sat still. If you've got people around you, go outside or go to a different room. Go to the damn toilet for all the difference it makes. Just go somewhere where other people aren't. Close your eyes and just breathe. And just don't think. Just take that time for yourself and give yourself permission to not care. Okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, Kim. Is it? Oh no, sorry, not Kim, Kelly. I haven't got my glasses on. Really sorry. Same last names as well. Yeah. So getting back to that cooking thing. Away from all this mental health stuff, I'll give a little pro tip. One of the best dinners I've ever made is a roast pork belly crackling. Honestly, oh my god, I can do it so it's so tender. So all you basically do is get a nice pork and a good amount of fats, which will make up the belly, and the crackling at the top. I prefer the bone in it. Giggity. It just gives it a bit more stability, and it just rises so much better when it has the bone, and it will give you those a bit more flavour and stuff when you actually start to make the gravy. So whack it in the oven and just absolutely nuke it full throttle. What the highest setting it can go, whether it be 200 Celsius, 400 Celsius, whatever. Just absolutely nuke it for about an hour. That'll give it the crust, the nice skin, and then put it down to about 200 degrees Celsius, maybe actually no, 150, and just do that for as long as you can. That'll slow cook it, and honest to God, especially if there's bones in there, it would just fall off and it'll be as tender as salmon. Oh my God. Honestly, I've had dreams about that meal. So good. Oh my God. Anyway, I digress. What the hell was I just talking about? Oh yeah. So give yourself permission to just not care. So what I'm going to do right now is just a little exercise, and what I want everyone to do who's watching this right now, and even if you've watched me do this last night, just take that minute again, because it's that once a day, just right now, and just close your eyes. Honestly, just close your eyes. Ready? Okay. So slowly breathe in and do it as deep as you can. Really slow. So in and out. In and out. In, out. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Even if you don't feel any more relaxed after that than before, at the very least it will get all the oxygen and stuff going through your body, and it will just make everything work that little bit better. So again, even if you're on medication, not medication, if you're already doing talking therapies or anything like that, just take that little bit of time to just slow down. That's all. Just slow down. Do you a world of good. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else? I do need to check the time. Okay. I'm probably going to go on for about 10 more minutes, and I've got to call it a night because I've got honestly other things. I know it sounds bad considering the kind of live stream this is, but I do need to get other things done. So I'm just going to see if there's anything else in the chat. Oh yeah, so Kelly, gym buddies, great idea. And let me tell you, you don't necessarily have to have a gym membership. Even if it is on Zoom, just get someone who would have been to the gym and just start working out with them. Get some gym stuff on, make sure that you got some nice trainers or anything else. Okay, you don't even need that. Even if it's just a case that you're just jogging on the spot with someone for about 15 to 20 minutes, just do something with someone else that you know who's willing on Zoom. At the very least, there are so many YouTube videos. Just type in the words exercise live stream or exercise for whatever body type you are, and there will be something for that. There are freaking millions of the things. I found a few things. I gave up after the first day, but that's just me. But there's so many things, and there is something for everyone. Okay. Just experiment with a slow cooker to return to. So yeah, I am actually going to purchase a slow cooker, hopefully within the next month or two. It's one of the best things ever, especially if you want to do a roast, because you can like leave it there for like 8 to 10 hours, and it's just amazing what comes out of it. Okay, Courtney, my favourite things to cook. As I just said, roast dinner, like I've cooked for you before. Pork belly, chicken. If I'm going to do something easy, I actually do like doing chopped eggs on toast and grilled cheese, and you know I do. But you can't do grilled cheese unless it's proper bread. Sorry for anyone who suffers from gluten allergies like you, Courtney, but oh my god, just oh my god. Unless you use gluten-free tiger bread, because apparently that's the best thing since sliced bread. Apparently. But one of the other, there's two other things I really love cooking. Scrap that. Baking, same thing. Cheesecake. There's some people who will tell you I can make an amazing lemon cheesecake with a ginger nut base. Oh my god. And I do some really nice jam tarts that have like again like a lemon, or you can use orange or anything you like. For the actual crust, just put some zest in there and a bit of the juice, and it just, oh, it's so nice, really is. But yeah, that's some of my things that I like to do. Yes, Kelly, cleaning. That is also classed as exercise. But also, cleaning is one of those things where if you take care of your environment, let's put it this way, it's so much nicer to come to a nice, organized, clean room, house, whatever, at the end of the day. Yeah, where it gets dark. At the end of the day, as opposed to everything's just thrown everywhere and like, oh my god, I can't believe I keep coming back to this. And then you go into that vicious cycle where you can't be bothered and you just throw your things on the floor at night, and you got to go to work and you can't be bothered at night and you're just too tired to do this, that, and the other. Honestly, just start cleaning. Get that damn vacuum out and just start going through stuff. Honestly, things like vacuuming, ironing, organizing, going around different parts of the room and house and putting things in different places and just going through everything, you'll be exercised up before you know it. And the amount of calories you'll probably burn by just cleaning is... Do I need to say any more about that? Okay. Kelly, I'm not going to send you the recipe until I make it for you. As soon as you've had it, you'll be begging me for that recipe. I just want you to go on your hands and knees and beg. No, I will give you a recipe, what I might do, because in the next month or so, I'm actually doing a video on what to cook if you're stressed out. So it might be one of the things I do. But before that, I can't do it right now because, honest to God, it will take me a little while to either get the recipe or have to go through it myself. So I might do that on my next live stream, or I'll put it down on the message on this one for when it actually gets rendered into a video tomorrow. And if you want to just look back on that, I'll put a link on there, or I'll WhatsApp you, okay? But yeah, it's not a trade secret, but oh my god, once you taste this and make it yourself, oh, I've had dreams about it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Was wearing a Fitbit the other day, over 10,000 steps just cleaning. Yeah, I can believe that. And the thing is, I work as a receptionist as well, and the amount of times you actually have to get up, the amount of times you have to walk to the doctor and say, what do we do about this for a patient, walk back, get up, do the other, go up and do the post and all that. It is amazing that even if you've got a job where in your one building, in one room, the amount that you actually just move about, never think of it being a receptionist, but my god, you do rack it up. But yeah, any kind of activity, any activity at all will burn calories. You just need to start doing it. And let me tell you, as soon as you made that first step, again, people with anxiety, that first step is the absolute hardest. Really, as soon as you do that first step, you're golden. I'm going to tell you a little bit about when I used to do karate many years ago. Forgotten everything I learned, as you can probably see by my belly, whoever knows me. But yeah, my sensei, I never forgot his speech. The hardest things about all of his lessons are getting up, getting the bus, getting the car, whatever, and actually turning up. Because as soon as you turned up, the only thing you got to do then is the work. That's all you got to do. The hardest part is just taking that first step. Because once you're up, standing, start moving, then your own momentum will take the rest of the way. It's so true. It's so true. It's just scary. Okay. Anyone else put anything down here? You know what? I'm actually going to move this tablet because it's annoyed me having to turn around. I say that after I talk about exercise. Okay, so yeah, Kelly says I'm gonna have to do a weekly chore chart for myself. hate housework, but I know it needs doing, of which it will be done tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow never comes, trust me. I've been waiting for tomorrow for the last 36 years and I still don't know where it is. Let me know, will ya? You're the same age as I am. Imagine how many steps I did in the supermarket then. Yeah. In the job before doing this one, I used to be a stock taker. And you went up and down all the aisles using a handheld scanner and just physically counting everything. And the amount that you go down, get up, go down, get up, go down, get up, and walk around to the next aisle and vice versa. And you're doing that for a good 8 hours. Oh my God. You kind of get used to it, but when I first started doing it, the first few months were absolute murder. Once you get doing it, it's fine, and you burn those calories. The only thing is and the amount that you eat. So yeah, in these times it's difficult, not impossible, but I can see how it can be difficult not to do that. Let's see. Bernie, yes, I am being serious, and don't call me Shirley. Yeah, she put, surely you can't be serious. Okay. I'm going to redo one of my videos that I bought out ages ago because the software I was using was absolutely rubbish for editing and it just was so bad. I'm going to be doing my top 10 or top 5, whatever it was, for movies or TV series that you gotta watch if you suffer from anxiety, because it's such a laugh. The movie Airplane. Oh my God, it's like, I think it was in the 80s, and I think it's classed as the funniest movie of all time. Sorry, I miss out words there. Because it has like 3 jokes a minute in it, on average. Yeah. Sure you can't be serious, and yes, I am being serious, don't call me Shirley. Like that whole joke where the captain says to the little kid, hey, have you ever seen a movie about gladiators, and all the rest of it. And what does she say now? Bernie, can you please comment right now, what the hell is it that those people keep saying in that queue that they're trying to slap that woman, incensing to her? Please comment on it. Get a hold of yourself. That's it. Get a hold of yourself. It's all gonna be all right. People start slapping her, get a gun out, start whacking her with a baseball bat, start punching her. Oh my God, you really need to watch that. Young children, you'd never get it in a movie these days, but a couple of young children, there's this little boy kid, nice suit on, goes to this little girl and says, would you like a drink, like tea, coffee or whatever? She accepts it, and I think he asks her out or something like that, and then and she says, no thank you, I like my oh no, that was it, would you like some milk with that or something? And she says, no, I like it black, like my men. And it's like, you would never get something like that these days. It's one of those where I still watch it today and I still don't see all of the jokes. But yeah, I'm going to be making another review. It'll probably be in a couple of months when I get around to it, because I've got loads of ideas this year to put into videos. Anyway, yeah, art. That was exactly what I was trying to get to. Calm down, everything's gonna be alright. Yeah. Yes, Kelly, I remember my age. I'm 36, going to be 37 next year, and are you shitting yourself yet? Nearly 40. Oh my freaking God. Okay. Alright. So, there is stuff that I'm going to be going through on my next live stream. I think, if anyone's on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, just keep watch, and I'm going to be putting on my thingy what I'm going to be coming out over the next couple of weeks or so, I think. But what I might do is make these live streams a weekly thing, at the very least a monthly thing, because I mean I've got 7 people watching right now, and compared to the first time we had like 2 or 3, I'm so happy. And by the way, I'm gonna say it now, because when I start getting monetized and making money from this, it's times like this that is the reason for that. And all I've got to say for everyone who's watching, anyone who watches all of my videos, all I've got to say right now is thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me, and I so thank you for your support. It does mean the world. And it's like Hollywood stars and the fans. They might say stupid things about the fans, but what they don't realize, what they forget, is that it's their fans that put a roof over their head. And one day it's going to mean the same thing for me, because it's one of those money makers that I'm hopefully going to get myself into. Oh, fish. Yeah, 37 this year. Kelly. That was from Skep4. What does Skep mean in your name, by the way? Can you just put that in the chat, please? I saw it last night and I'm just curious about it. But yeah. So, I'm just going to do a whole Jerry Springer thing now, where I'm just going to do that final thought. So, again, there's only one thing that I'm interested right now, and that's the future, and the only way we are going to get there is together. And take care of yourself and each other. Call someone who might need it. If you see anyone that is acting a bit different right now, a bit low, even if they're going over the top happy, sometimes that can be a sign. Just, if you can see something wrong, don't think like, oh, they've probably got other friends they can be talking to. Even if that's the case, it could be the case that those friends aren't doing it, and it might just take you to do it. And on the flip side, if you are feeling that bad, you don't necessarily have to talk about the thing that is getting you down. Just make contact, because I'll tell you this, and I told Courtney this, and I can't remember how many other people have told this. That if you're watching, if you know me from work, or if you know me as a personal friend, I knew someone years ago. I used to go to school with them, and they were a year younger than me right now. And it was when they was about 15 years old, and they killed themselves because they weren't talking. It was a case that he had a kid with this person, woman, whatever she was, and he wasn't talking about the fact that it's getting him so down so much, because he's one of those guys that his life and soul of the party, and he can't bear for anyone else to see him down. He might have talked about it once or twice, didn't to me, but then one day his family just found him. And I know it's a bit of a step down for what I've just been talking about all this time, and he was one of my best friends. He was one of those people that I can honestly tell you, just like my wife, it's one of those people who never ever done a bad thing to you, and he's one of those people who, and when I said trust them, like, I don't know, I trust them not to take money or anything like that. They're the kind of people that they're never going to hurt you. And he never spoke to me about what he was going through with that person. And honestly, if you know any people who you can absolutely trust with anything, you bloody well talk to them. Because I can tell you this, anyone, and I do mean anyone, who is a genuine friend to you and who cares about you, they would rather you open up to them about what's going on, as opposed to you doing something stupid and they have one less friend. So just keep that in mind. The best thing you can do, problem shared, problem half, all that kind of stuff, it's true. Just open up and start talking to people. even if in the end that you might look bad for it, don't worry about that. You need to get this stuff out, because all it's going to do is snowball in your mind, and it's going to do no one any good, especially yourself. Okay? So speak to that person who might be down, speak to your friends, family, loved ones, whoever, and 2021, let's own it. Let's own this year. Bugger 2020. That's in the past now. That's out the way. Bugger that. Fuck that for gaming soldiers. Let's get on with it. Get on with 2021, and let's kick it in the balls. Yeah? Just kick it in the freaking balls. Right. So that's it for me. And all I gotta say now is, well, you know it's coming. At the end of the day, it gets dark. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you heard, maybe like the live stream, like the video, watch a few more videos. If you want to hear more tricks, tips about mental health and how it might make your life a little bit more tolerable, I might not be someone who's clinically trained, but I am someone who's gone through some stuff. So maybe some things that I've gone through and found that it's helped me, maybe it can help you. So if you want more stuff like that, please, 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 please subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell if you want to keep up with the latest content. And for now, love you guys, and thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.